We up and I'm feeling like a new me. Stacking new sets, some new E. NFTs, all of them you need. Back in my zone like 2-3. All time high, hit a new peak. Let's go. Homie, the Bulls is back. I said the Bulls is back.
GM, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we have an update on Bitcoin, the death of meme coins, and how Binance and Cobie are teaming up here to save the altcoin markets. If you enjoy this one, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, but let's jump in. Starting off, quick BTC update here. We had a very nice green candle here to close last week, and this has got a lot of people very bullish again. The downtrend broken, Bitcoin at 67 and change right now. You have stock indices up, gold, silver up, dollar pretty much flat and trending downwards. It is a pretty damn good mix with no major macro headwinds on us right at this moment. So here is Rect Capital's updates showing in the green circles the previous all-time high breaks and what happens afterwards. As you would know, Bitcoin works very cyclically, and once we do break all-time highs and we've had a halving event take place, we typically go on and push up quite substantially. As you can see, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and C, bottom left down there. Now also over the weekend, of course, we do not have ETF flows. However, there have been a few whales spotted accumulating quite hard. So as you can see from this, someone trading on Binance was accumulating a ton of Bitcoin here. So 1,590 Bitcoin, over $100 million worth in value in a one single 24-hour period over the weekend. So mass accumulation is ongoing behind the scenes. And when you just think about that, plus we had almost $1 billion of ETF flows last week, the chart looking like that, it does look like we have a very nice recipe for further upside here for Bitcoin and the crypto markets. We've also just had this news come in. Grayscale CEO Michael Sonnenschein steps down as his position as CEO. This means we have potentially even lower GBTC fees coming into play. I would imagine that's one of the reasons why they've got rid of him. Maybe he was just too slow to react. And now this guy from Goldman Sachs, Peter Mintzberg, has joined as new CEO, which again shows you a lot of this kind of corporate interest in crypto. And you're seeing some people from Goldman move into the space. The institutionalization of crypto as an asset class is definitely happening right about now. But bit of a funny timing, seeing as the GBTC outflows had seemingly really slowed down and they've had some positive inflows, but we'll wait and see what happens with that. Now, meme coins have been the talk of the town over the weekend with a dump occurring. We also had late last week Donald versus Ansem over WIF, saying WIF was going to drop like a stone. Donald was correct to a degree that WIF did, yes, break down. Shorts were in profits, but it seems to be making a bit of a recovery here. Yesterday, you had the likes of Crypto Banter here with Ran, Death of Meme Coins thumbnail. Just post some of the weirdest thumbnails imaginable. And this was actually the local bottom here for the meme coins yesterday night, as maybe he does obviously control quite a huge audience. Maybe a lot of people actually sold off the back of watching that video. So there was a bounce that has taken place today, and potentially that is the bottom that's happened for meme coins here, and people have maybe started to reallocate into the market. There was a loss of confidence in the short term at least. Sol and WIF here is the post from Ansem, two charts to look at. He says they're going to all-time highs by the end of this month, and this will coincide with ending of a 3-month bullish consolidation since their last leg up. Also in line with Bitcoin bullishness. Exhibit A here we have Solana, which has been one of the leading coins in the market. It looks super strong. It's like 177 right now as well. And you can see the kind of 200 region is the next push up potentially. And then we have WIF here, which did break down. It was like $2.70 was holding. Donald came to the 4 and was saying that this thing is going to break down. He's shorting. It did come down, tested like 230s. As there was a big capitulation wick in there. But if you just look at this trend line here, it has been supported by that and has bounced from here subsequently as well. So what has happened as a result of this? Well, in the last 24 hours here, the question is the Coinbase listing coming from WIF here, or is this nothing to do with that and it's just a US-based whale trying to get in on the WIF action. Dog with hat, for many people, is the consensus meme coin for this cycle. And so it makes sense that if there's a big drop in the price of the assets, people who want exposure to it and who maybe missed out will be buying. So this guy freshly funded a wallet from Coinbase and started to add like crazy. So if you just look through this here, I think it was around $2.5 million worth of purchases are listed in here. And he just accumulated, as you can see, 2.54 mil, a ton of dog with hat in a very short period of time there, right at those range lows. And then a second whale also has stepped in here as well. And this one has been buying up to like the last half an hour here. New wallet created and withdrew $1.83 million from Coinbase, puts it in a Solana wallet and starts TWAPing into WIF here. And here's the live update. So 27 minutes ago, some of the last purchases coming in, big clips in 10, 11K at a time. And you can see has accumulated so far 552,000 WIF, around 1.5 mil in total market value there. And he still has 343,000 USDC left to go in the chamber as well. So are they trying to liquidate Don Alts? Are they just whales stepping in at the range lows? Is this the sentiment turning for dog with hat? I think potentially so. Now moving on. So one of the maybe blessing in disguises that happened here over the last week was Pump.Fun, with the guy just like rugging funds from it and obviously a loss of confidence in it as a result. So this is one of the few people, Jintao here, who actually pointed out that Pump is a drain on Solana because it's become too easy to spin up meme coins. And thus, if you just think about it as a casino, an altcoin casino, and you've got people sat in there with chips. They haven't got unlimited number of chips, but if you have these casino games where it's very low entry and you can buy up like with one sol, 5-10% of the supply of these new Pump.Fun tokens, well, it stands to reason that people are going to lose a lot of chips just popping them into the machine, hoping for the best, but it is value extractive. So he says Pump.Fun is removing 4 mil from sol each and every single week. Whereas Mert was posting, Pump.Fun's doing 4 mil of revenue, but that money is filtering out of the system and going to team and other kind of costs for them. So this was quite an interesting take and was a little bit controversial. This was posted before the exploit, I believe. And so very interesting to see this kind of argument for it. But hopefully with Pump.Fun being exploited, less people will be using that and doing those kind of games maybe. And so maybe that is another reason why you've seen a bit of a re-emergence of the likes of WIF here today. And maybe there's a bid back in the market for the kind of OG memes on Solana once more. Then last thing to go over here is Binance and Cobie. So Binance here posted calling for applicants, listing applicants that is. And yesterday Cobie posted this. If you don't follow Cobie on Substack, this was a really, really interesting one where he's talking about the fully diluted valuation kind of meta in the market where teams will list a token with low circulating supply and then a load of token underhang or overhang, which comes a lot later. So as he says, market cap's here, and wait, what the fuck is this? More coins are coming in the future. Think of this like TIA. We saw quite a few tokens that launched towards the end of last year with a large 1-year cliff before unlocks. But as Cobie writes in here, this is very bad indeed. So the FDV and market cap games, as he calls it, have evolved. And so they're just picking a new way of actually getting more from the private rounds and leaving less on the table, less meat on the bones for general public, me and you, when things come to market. And you would have seen a lot of tokens that recently have come to market have not moved and have even gone down in value. So this is due to the fact a lot of VCs are just bidding to get involved in these seed rounds. And the seed rounds are maybe having like an initial seed, a series A, series B, and marking up massively between each of these rounds. And so the kind of price discovery for the token is happening before it even gets to the public market. And some of the VCs have marked up on other VCs like 10, 15, 20x. And it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And it means you're going to get dumpage when these things do get to market. So the argument here is that we need to have less of this low float, high FDV bullshit and more fair and equal like distribution of tokens, or maybe having more tokens unlocked, or at least allowing the little man to get involved and not having the price discovery take place before public markets occur. And so this is why the meme coin mania is partly happening due to the fact people can't make any gains on the normal tokens. And so at least with a meme coin, all of the tokens generally are in circulation. And so you can just go on to say SolScan, see the hold accounts, see who's got them, maybe use some tools to see exactly if people are siphoning between different addresses and hold a little bit more than what meets the eye. But it has been the area of the market where you can actually make these crypto gains, these big crypto returns. So Binance is trying to take the lead here and say, look, we actually want to help small and medium projects get listed on Binance. We'd like to see and invite such high quality teams and projects to apply for our new listing program. Small and medium sized projects with strong fundamentals, an organic community base, a sustainable business model, and a dedicated team acting as a responsible industry participant. They're the kind of people they want involved here. So trying to get away from this low float, high FDV meta in the market. So what are they after? And this, for me, straight to my mind jumps Kujira, all tokens in circulation, actual workable DeFi. You can make money using the DeFi applications. They all work in symbiosis with each other. They have a mobile application. It's an all-in-one DeFi hub. I mean, the fundamentals of the thing I love. Have been a long time supporter of this, and this ticks all the bloody boxes. So surely, if they are true to their word here and they are trying to do the right thing here and try and start to save maybe some of these lower and mid-cap altcoins from, all the attention being on memes, well, hopefully teams like Cobie and others will get listed on here. So open to all sectors, they say. They just want small to medium valuation relative to competitors, good tokenomics with maybe tokens reserved for community users, airdrops, etc. Moderate token floats, i.e. the more out in the circulation, the better, less allocation to non-community users, product market fit, sustainable business model. And bear this one in mind, most of the projects that come to market right now aren't businesses at all. They're kind of in the business of selling their own tokens to stay afloat. And so actually having businesses and investable businesses that make revenue, this is definitely one that you want to focus on. But I thought this was super interesting that Binance stepping in here and saying, look, let's try and list some good small and medium caps. Their recent launch pools have not gone well. So hopefully this is a bit of a changing in market structure here, and we'll see a bit more action for the lower cap altcoins, which really have been crucified over the last few months here. Hence, we haven't really been talking about them. Most of the charts that I look at that I've invested in look absolutely horrendous. So hopefully this new meta will bring about more gains for them. But we'll leave things off here. I hope you enjoyed this one. We will see you tomorrow in the next one. Peace.